I don't know, but there's a weapon of mass seduction heading my way. About an inch at a time from what I can see.
Edward.
He's pointing at me and he's not using his paw.
Oh, why have we got such a horny dog?
We're here. We're live.
We're queer. Get used to it. Welcome to Idle Chat Podcast. We'll roll into it from there. Last week, first of all, apologies about the audio. That sucked.
Yeah. Someone once told us not to up our production standards, but I don't think anyone was ready for us to drop them.
No.
So, unfortunately, this highly sophisticated system let us down, and the audio sounded like we recorded it underwater. So sorry about that.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, terrible.
Apologies about that, guys and gals.
We'll try and improve that a little bit. Fuck off, there's no girls watching this.
It might be.
Only through forms of torture, if their partners are making them watch it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you're watching it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Updates, and we're a minute in, so let's mention it.
Yes. Oh, my wheels. Yeah, buy my wheels.
We've moved on from the 350Z. The 350's
Yeah.
gone. It's in Czech Republic doing crime.
Yeah,
So-
it probably is, yeah.
So now we've got to do wheels.
We need to sell some wheels. Buy my wheels. But I'll treat you real nice if you buy all six. Or real nice. Talk to me nicely and they can go.
Any other updates?
I'm in a Japan 4XL.
Hey.
We're in the Urash shirt.
Going back to Weight Podcast.
Fat cast.
Weight Watchers, Fatcast.
Yeah, we're 2 stone down in 5 weeks. So.
You said your current weight goals was to get into a Japan 4XL.
Yeah, which is still a poor goal, isn't it, 4XL? But it's a slightly smaller 4XL, so better.
It's progress.
Yeah, we're heading in the right direction.
It's progress. No, you've done really well. Joking aside.
Yeah.
You'll be beach body ready by Christmas.
I'll be something, yeah. Less likely to get harpooned than previously when on the beach. That's goal number 1.
I remember the other day, it made me laugh because it just came into my head. My friend Dan goes swimming in the morning, and I spoke to you about my colleague Dan goes swimming in the morning for work. And you said, oh, I like swimming. And I said, well, I'll speak to Dan and see what time the pool opens. And you was like, yeah, maybe. I might want to go before work, but you've got to tell them not to harpoon me whilst I'm doing legs.
Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make.
I told Dan that and he fucking fell on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't laugh about it, eh?
Exactly. But,
You did it to yourself.
Exactly. Here we are.
Have
you got updates?
Yeah, kind of. SR20 Saga debacle. It's not debacle.
It's not debacle at all.
It's a progression.
Yeah.
So people have been asking, where's it at? What's going on? It's very quiet. Because to be fair, it has been.
It has been. 2 months?
Yeah, I think so.
2 months, something like that.
Since the best engine ever left.
And the worst podcast ever recorded was briefly created.
Yes. And now I've got the parts list.
Yeah.
From Mr. Dave at Garage 21.
Yeah.
It's a couple of bits we just need to add and tweak on the said parts list, but we're nearly there. I sent said parts list off to a few companies. Did the adding up, was really scared. Since when did VCT sprockets become £600?
Nissan VCT sprockets are spenny. Which is why all of them sound like transits. Because no one wants to pay the sprocket fee.
I'm not surprised.
What I did learn the other day is a 2JZ VVT sprocket, which is not an identical part, obviously, because it's for a 2JZ.
Similar.
But it does the same job. It's £135, if that's any good to you.
Why?
Nissan tax.
Stupid engine. It's already stupid.
Stupid. Don't like it. Don't want to play anymore.
No, it'll be good.
It will be great.
It's just like stupid stuff is stupidly expensive.
Yeah.
Oil pickup tube, £100.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a bit of tin.
Why?
Yeah.
It's literally a piece of tin with some mesh in it.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's like 88 quid or 89 quid.
That's a lot of money for what it is.
Why is that 89 quid? Anyway, moan over.
But you've got a bit more of an insight now. You spoke to Dave about the sort of spec it's going to be, and it is going to be rather fruity.
Well, it's going to be a bit more spicy than I thought it was going to be. Say RIP to my driveline.
Again, which was the whole point of doing this in the first place, no?
We should be okay. I've been assured we should be okay.
Okay.
So
shall we look at Tom's car?
Yeah, but it's Tom, though, isn't it? the common denominator is Tom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm bad on the gear. Tom's bad on the gear.
Yeah, Tom's hard on the gear. Yeah. Definitely.
So the basic SR has become Dave at Garage21. I told him to message me by 7 of what I was allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. He hasn't messaged me, so fuck him.
This is how we keep the people working with us happy.
Yeah. So, Dave from Garage21 has previously built SRs for loads of people, including Tom's, which, if it survives Tom, it will survive anyone.
And Thule,
countless people.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best SR guys in the country, if not the best. I said one of, if not the best.
Okay.
Knowledge is fantastic. He wants to, as Garage21, offer a service where you can say you've got a, S13 with a straight cam in it.
Yeah.
And you've got some bolt-ons. Yeah. And you go drifting and it knocks because it's 25-year-old SR20. He wants to be able to offer a service where you can have an option A, option B, option C, option D, SR20.
Yeah. With, like a package system.
With parts lists already organised, so he knows what it's going to come with, and so do you. And the costs are easy to work out because he's got the parts list and the part numbers and everything else. And then offer you a part exchange deal or just a straightforward supply job from literally doing everything. Like you give him your car and weeks, months, whatever later, you pick up your car with 700 horsepower, or just literally I want an engine, please. Can you build me an engine? So he's working on packages at the moment, part exchanges he was talking about as well with engines. The details are being finalised, but
this is in the early stages. But this is the sort of purpose of him being, well, not the only purpose of him being involved in your engine, but part of the process. Yeah,
previously when he's done them, like Tom's engine. He built it in a little bit of a hurry because they were trying to get it ready for the season, and he maybe didn't document it quite how he wanted to, photograph it quite how he wanted to, finish it quite how he wanted to. The result was phenomenal.
Yeah, mechanically, but not aesthetically.
No, it was like it needs to be top to bottom done. Put it in the car. It works great. Shit, we didn't document any of that. So with my engine, the plan is for it to take a bit longer. But everything's going to be documented and everything's going to be recorded, part numbered, photographed, blah, 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 blah. So that if you wanted an engine like my engine from Garage21, Dave can tell you, this is what it will do, these are the numbers, this is what it will look like, here's the build, these are the part numbers, this is the cost. Yeah. And if you want a 400 horsepower package, it's this. And if you want a 600 horsepower package, it's this. Yeah. And if you've got big money, and you want a 2.2 stroker with this and this and this and this and this, or a MazWorks or whatever, it's this. There'll obviously be variables to everyone. Some people won't want certain things and they will want others. But he'll be able to give you a, look, prices start and they go to, and this is what I can offer you for yours.
And X, Y, and Z will be this number, or this number.
Precisely. So thus, the consumer can go on Garage21's website and go, yes, no.
Yeah.
Now, there are some companies out there that offer a service just to buy an engine. They have them in stock. Yeah. But you are kind of getting what you're given.
You get what you're given,
yeah, which is fine. And if you have blown up your SR and you're like, shit, Race Wars is coming. I need
one now.
I need one now. You can go on a website, spend money, get a bank loan or whatever you've got to do to buy said engine and put it into said vehicle, and you'll be fine. However, there might be a compromise, i.e. you wanted bigger cams, it hasn't got them. You wanted more, a bigger displacement, so you haven't got to run as much boost, so you can make the same power, or you want more torque. That isn't an option. So what Dave wants to do is give you the options.
I think he just wants to make, from what I can gather from it, he wants to make it black and white, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He wants to have although he's built plenty of them, he perhaps hasn't put the back of house data together well enough.
Precisely.
Or not well enough, but so it's easily accessible for himself and the customer to know what the score is before they've even started.
He knows through experience oh, you buy this, you do that, you order this part number from this company, blah, 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 and it's done.
Yeah.
It's all in his head, but it's all done.
Yeah.
What he wants is to be able to put that into black and white, so that the guys that work for him or whatever can go
exactly what the score
blah,
is.
blah, 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 it'll be this much, and you'll end up with these sorts of figures, and this is the sort of thing to expect.
Yeah.
Very
good.
Be
interesting.
Yeah, and my engine is going to be, I believe, the guinea pig.
Yeah. With a sort of proven recipe, but for a guinea pig and...
The word I'm looking for probably is blueprint.
Ooh, fancy.
It's a blueprint.
Blueprinted engine, mate.
Blueprinted engine. A Garage 21 blueprint engine.
Fancy.
So I'm looking forward to it. Now, things have escalated somewhat. I said, quotes, oh, just a forged bottom end and some cams. That is what I said.
Which is what you're having.
Well, it is.
It's just a few more.
But we've also got new VCT sprocket, good idea. New VCT solenoid, good idea. Fucking expensive. Ross Performance trigger kit, okay, bit fancy. Maybe not necessary, but
you had one on the RB and it never let you down.
No, true. The
and it made
standard
crispy as well.
Did you? Well, you could argue that, if you were a good tuner, you wouldn't need it. Got you, Jack. But no, a Ross Performance trigger kit, which isn't necessary, no. But if you want to absolutely nail your timing, it is kind of...
Also, to some extent, if you're putting all this money into an engine, you're not going to put the standard balancer back on it anyway. So for a couple of $100 extra quid on top of an aftermarket balancer, you might as well have a cam sensor as well.
Well, precisely. And then we're going, head-wise, it's going to be a little bit more spicy, because,
they kind of need it, don't they?
They need good head.
So
amen. I think it will go. We're going to go for a. You don't know this yet. Dave, I think, is speccing. We're going back a little bit here. A 10-to-1 compression ratio.
Oh, we're going fruity because you're going on meth.
We're going fruity because we're on meth. Now, 10-to-1 is a bit spicy. Normally, you're 9-to-1 or 8-to-1.
So it will be a meth-only car, really.
It will be
to keep it safe.
Yeah, it will be a methanol-only car, which is fine.
To be fair, that's what the RB was this time around anyway, wasn't it? You never put pump fuel in it, did you?
Guys, if you have a high boost and a low boost pressure setting on your boost controller, do you ever turn it to low boost?
I've had that on 2 different RB setups, and it never left.
There you go.
Low boost. In fact, I put it in low boost just to see what the difference was, and was like, well, that's slow.
Yeah, that's shit.
Well, fucking put that back on high and unplug it.
Precisely. So it's going to be run on methanol mix. It might as well stay full kill.
It's not a road car, is it? It's purely a track car now. So what does it matter?
Even if it was a road car, you can put a little
spicy can of meth in there.
As long as when you go and fill it up with E-Power, you take note of how much you put in and mix it with the methanol, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or if it's on flex fuel, worst case scenario, you just, like Jack on my car, it takes all the time out of it. So it will be slow, but you can get to home, put your methanol in, and then you're back up
to fruity numbers again.
Back up to fruity numbers, exactly. You can go to the meat, fill it up with methanol, and then do some doughies. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, 10-to-1 compression. The head is a bit spicy, so I think we're going Tomei oversized valves.
Oh, you're doing valves as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tomei oversized valves. Obviously, new everything.
Yeah.
We're not sure on rockers. Lifters. Whether we go solid lifter conversion or hydraulic lifters.
Oh, right. I didn't realise that was the option.
Yeah. Dave's saying hydraulic. Other people are saying solid. Jack's saying, I don't care. I'll tune whatever you get.
That sounds like Jack.
Yeah. Jack says, just if it has valve flow, in the bin.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm not
back off
mapping
my
it.
dyno.
Exactly, it can fuck off. So Jack said, as long as it hasn't got valve flow, I don't care. HKS 264 step 2 cams. Kelford springs.
Nice.
Kelford rockers.
The dual guide ones?
Possibly, yeah. I think so. Rocker arm stoppers. No, not really.
No, I fucking hope not. HDF stage 3.
Rocker arm stoppers. No, HDF stage 3. And the BR rev limiter.
Ah, perfect. Yeah. It's all right if you've got the rocker stoppers.
Exactly. AEM trigger wheel. Ross Performance crank signal kit. So that's pretty much the majority of the engine. Obviously, new gaskets throughout. Mazworks head studs. Not the half inch.
Oh, you're not going half inch?
No, not necessary. I've been told not necessary.
for the power figure you're
for
aiming
the power figure, and also it's a lot of work on the block
Yeah.
because, especially if you haven't got liners,
Yeah,
because you're
can
drilling
make it weaker.
yeah, you're making a
In
lot
between the
yeah.
stud hole and the combustion
Precisely,
chamber.
precisely that. I've been debating manifolds for ages.
This was a good one this week. For a change, usually, as we spoke about in the last podcast, if you have the misfortune of talking to me on the internet, I talk to you in sentences.
Autism.
Da-da-da, send. Da-da-da, send. Because I'm a moron. I had that this week, but I was on the receiving end. It's fucking annoying. Sorry about that. No, it's not annoying at all. But I was in the middle of doing something, and then
Bing,
about 2
bing,
hours later,
bing,
I finally
bing.
looked at my phone. It was like 18 messages from Adam. I was like, oh God, someone's died. Let me check. Oh no, Adam's having a tism.
I was having a meltdown about manifolds, and I have been for 6 weeks.
We've pretty much debated it since the start of it.
I narrowed
Me
it
and
down to 6 boost and Ben at third strike. Now, if you haven't seen third strike fabrication in Australia,
You're missing out.
holy shit.
Yeah, I'm a fabricator for a living, and I would love to fabricate to the level of that man. He is incredible.
Incredible. Now, obviously being, Japan, I want a Japan sounding SR. 6 boost sounds crisp.
They do sound good.
Do like 6 boost. That was a logical decision. However, Ben at third strike makes a high mount trussed style, so the sort of like unequal manifold, the Subaru-esque,
Yeah.
fully 344 stainless steel, beautifully TIG welded,
And it's
manifold.
steam pipe as well, so it's shed 10, so it's like 2-3 mil wall, not tube.
No, it's proper. So that will, 1, sound sick, 2,
Sound
look
mega.
sick. And I thought there wasn't a ton of difference in it price wise. You're talking probably 350 quid, 400 quid in it.
Until the tax man gets involved when it lands here.
Well, we blag it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a little bit more, but we're going to go for a trussed Grady style, unequal length, high mount, but sounds a bit like a mid mount.
But it's going to sound fucking sick.
It should sound like a crispier mid mount.
If you know Toshi, is it S15 Alpha?
Yeah.
On Instagram, that's the same manifold. Go have a listen and tell me it sounds shit.
Yeah, listen to him coming down Mayhem,
fight you.
top of third.
Yeah.
And that
sounds mega.
It's also the same manifold that Casey from Shirts Tucked In uses.
Not that we're copying them or anything.
Not that, I'm just fanboying.
I don't blame you.
But-
I put, when I did the DY engine in the 32,
RIP.
RIP to a fallen soldier, which actually has got a better life now, isn't it? Really,
It's done way more now.
it's like rehoming a dog from a flat to a farm. Like it's, it's just living a better life. As much as you still wish you had it, it's just it's nice to see it happy.
Yeah, you don't feel guilty about it.
No,
but you
not
are
at
a bit
all.
salty about it.
Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, I spent a house deposit on a long block being built, and then I was like, I need to put a bigger turbo on this, because I had a GTX, I had a Bernie's Blowers 3076 copy
With a strip club.
no, it's a man in Essex that likes Sierras, so
Oh, it can only be good then.
yeah, it was shit. That's why it's seized in my shed at the minute.
Bernie's Blowers.
Bernie's
Can you
Blowers.
imagine?
It sounds like a prostitute, doesn't it?
That's what I mean. It sounds like a strip club in like Rotherham.
But yeah, it had a 3076, but it had a .63 AR rear housing on it, and
Small boy.
yeah, even on the stock end or head gasket and studs engine, it was a bit choked. So I was like, well, I need to do a turbo. At the time, Pulsar were popping off, and the G series was there, and that was the choice. That was the choice to make. It was going to make power.
Yeah.
It was going to do the thing. I didn't do that.
Of course.
I put a GTX Gen 2 on it because I prefer how they sound. So I made less power purely because it sounded better,
In your opinion.
in my opinion. So
You made 499 hoops.
it made 497 horsepower. And Adam's stock Neo made 503. And I asked Jack to turn it up, and he was like, I can't, mate. It's not limited. I was like, just turn it up. Just once, please.
Loosen the straps.
Yeah, do anything. So yeah, it never actually made 500, which depressed me.
No.
And also, I'll be honest with you, when I eventually build this imaginary Aristo, that's going to get a GTX as well, because I fucking love how they sound. So
See, on that though,
yeah,
when we went to Santipod and I did all the tyres and none of the laps, can you?
that was an expensive day.
That was a bad day. It was a great day.
It was a great day.
Bad day.
Car was a treat.
I had Callum Fatty. What was it? No,
Martin Fatty was on the fucking ones and twos on the keyboard doing data logs.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But can you remember there was a S13 there? It was Dan Joyce's ex's car.
Yeah.
And that is now owned by, I can't think what his name is, but he's a Garage 21 supported dude. And
sounds insane, that car.
Sounds insane. It sounds Japan as hook.
And it's a GTX.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought that was a G series.
When Dan built it for Jamie, it had a GTX 3071 on it.
Oh.
And so did Dan Joyce's car, which also sounded mega.
It did sound mega.
That is... but your car sounded great from the outside. The G series you had on the RB.
Yeah.
You couldn't fucking hear it in the car.
No, you couldn't.
I want to hear it in the car. That's where I am. I
true.
fucking love the GTX. They sound great.
They do sound
So the fact that you've bought an entire manifold for more money...
Yeah.
That I was going to say arguably won't work any better. I think it probably will because it's an absolute fucking masterpiece.
It's beautiful. Just when you get like a second, just Google third stripe fabrication.
Have a look at his Instagram. Have a look at the exhaust he just made for his Laurel as well.
Ridiculous.
Fucking mega. The guy is a legend.
So we bought a manifold for a lot of money.
A Japanese manifold from Australia.
Japanese style manifold.
Made properly.
Made properly in Australia.
By an artist.
By an artist.
Which I also refused. Adam was like, what wastegate flange do I get on it? Or should I get it without a flange and you can just weld one on? I was like, absolutely fucking not. Get that guy to weld it. I'm not touching that thing.
That's like saying to Leonardo da Vinci, don't worry, I'll just finish it off.
I'll just tip X out for you, mate. Don't worry, I've got a Sharpie.
So yeah, that's coming. And then I spoke to Mr. Pulsar. He's pricing me up a turbo.
Have you figured what you're going for yet?
Yes.
Is it a GTX?
No.
Boring bastard.
So I spoke to Mr. Tonkin. Now, bearing in mind, I had a G30 900, and at the start of this, I said, it's on the RB, sorry. At the start of this, I said, I just want 500 horsepower, reliable, I
just want to be a bit easier on the drivetrain.
Either on the drivetrain, yes. And Jack was like, I'll just go for a G30 770. I'm like, well, that's only a tiny bit smaller than the G30 900. I'll be fine. Will it though? Like, that sounds a big turbo. Spoke to Mr. Thusk, Tom.
Yeah.
Crashy boy.
What's he got on his?
G30 770. So I spoke to Jack again. He said go for the middle AR, the .83 I think it is.
Okay.
Which
is what I had on my RB. That was an 8.3. And yours was... no, we went bigger on the G series.
My turbo on the RB, the latter one, was a 9 something or 1.
Your GTX was 8.3.
Was it?
Yeah.
So, quite a big turbo.
Yeah, it is a big turbo.
I'm told with timing and methanol, it'll be fine.
Fantastic.
What does make me nervous is, Jack then said, it'll be fine at 2 bar. And I was like, no, Jack.
Now we're partying, Jack.
No, Jack, you haven't quite got it. He was like, well, what, you want to go higher? I was like, no, Jack. No 2 bar. He was like, oh, 2 bar?
He just mapped today a JZX 100 on E60. I think that's got a G30 770.
E60 ethanol, by the way.
Yeah, ethanol, yeah. It's got 2.1 bar in it.
Yep.
2.1 bar in a 1J, making 685.
I don't know what's happened to him over the last 18 months.
He loves 2 bar.
But over the last 18 months, 2 years, he's discovered methanol and ethanol, and now all of a sudden, everything has 20 plus degrees of timing, and everything has 2 plus bar.
Yeah, real fruity.
Yeah.
I like it.
And if it's not got 2 bar, he's like, oh shit.
Slow.
Yeah. Sounds like someone else, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he's now gone a bit mad. So I'm trying to rein Jack back in a bit.
Fuck off. When that car gets to him, he's doing what he wants and you're getting a result. You don't get a choice. I tried this with Jack. Didn't get a choice. Got what I was given.
Yeah.
And normally it's 11.
I feel we're going to end up with a 600 horsepower SR. That's what I think.
And a broken gearbox. And we're going to order a quay for that instead.
Yeah. Now, I'm preemptively speaking to other people about solutions for drivetrain. Not expensive solutions.
Okay.
I mean, specific clutches that are more forgiving.
Yeah. Well, this is getting a nice clutch, isn't it?
Yeah, this is getting a nice clutch, not a really harsh clutch to try and help it. And also, I've been speaking to a couple of people about clutch delay valves and stuff like that. So I'm very tempted to try a Tilton clutch delay valve.
Not going to hurt, is it?
With a sprung, nice twin plate. That setup should take that shock out of the driveline.
Be kind.
Yeah. With less power too, and less torque, with that too, I would hope that the combination of all would save my gearbox.
Everything okay?
I'm hoping so.
We're man-mathsing our way through this.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first conversation we had on this. He's like, just be happy with sort of 400, 450. And then it crept to 500. And then it's like...
But none of this is me.
550. And then, now we're talking 600.
I have always said 500 horsepower, fly.
Yeah.
Then I said, look, if it makes a little bit more, that's fine.
And Jack was like, perfect, okay. I stopped listening.
Fly wheel horsepower, not wheel horsepower.
He's got a hub dyno. He's making it to the wheels.
Yeah. He's going to be like, it makes 600 wheel. And I'm going to be like, Jack, no, stop.
But let me just have a go first.
Yeah. I'll take up the A11 first. But
you're brave.
Yeah. No, so that's where we're at. Engine is stripped, in prep, going to the machine shop, rocker cover sorted, cleaned. He said he's took the baffles out of it or something. He's prepping all that. Parts list is sorted, spoke to people, got Black Friday coming. Jack's hooking me up with an ECU. I still have an ECU for sale.
That's my line. I sell stuff on here, not you.
Damn it.
Actually, I don't. I sell
engine bottom end is exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
To be fair.
The head's got
a little bit more spice.
The head's got good.
But I am told it could, if I wanted to, rev it to nearly 9,000.
Now that's something to get excited about. We were excited about 8,400 on an RB. 9,000 on a 2 litre. I'm here for it. Let's wind it up. I'm not paying the bill, so let's wind it up.
Fucking hell. I mean, I don't think you should rev it to 9,000.
Oh, fucking yes, you should.
But I think, from what I understand, 8,000 should be piece of piss.
85 it is then.
Well, we'll see.
Meet in the middle.
We'll see what happens. But
again, let's pretend that you get a say in that. You don't. Jack will wind it to whatever he's happy with.
$1 million. I mean, I know it will be sick. I know it will be sick.
And it's going to sound mega.
But I'm just like, I'm trying not to blow my shit up.
Yeah, everyone else is trying to do that for you.
Exactly. But it's not their money, is it? So it don't matter to them.
Exactly. That's why I'm excited. I'm fucking excited for that manifold.
Yeah,
I'm
the
really
manifold
excited to look at that.
Yeah, manifold will be sick.
I think that's going to be everything I think he's worth. I've followed him for years, like about 10 years as well.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see
I'm looking forward to it. I've paid for it. He's actually a really nice dude.
He's lovely.
He's really nice. He's been really helpful. So thank you very much. And you have a question that I'm going to pose to the people that you didn't know I was going to pose to them.
Oh, okay.
Callum's been looking at Aristos.
I've been shopping. That's funny you should say that, because I was just about to ask the same question.
Okay, fine. So the people of the internets, Callum's a retard, and I'm not much better.
Yeah.
You've got a budget of, let's say, £12,000 for an Aristo. Now, you have two options. Option A, you can buy a mint, immaculate underneath, auto, bone stock, low kilometre gem of an Aristo.
I'll talk you all the way through it. I've been doing this, Matt.
Or, right, for the same money, you can buy a ready to drift, little bit butchered,
already manual swap,
bit rough around the edges, but okay, not rotten, a little bit higher mileage, manual swap, as you say, with coilovers and some bits and bobs, ready to go. Now, do you go for option A, but then in the back of your mind you're thinking, this is too nice to drift, I'm a helmet, I'm going to ruin it, or do you bite the bullet, go for option B, which spec-wise is better value for money?
A lot better.
But what you're getting is a worse car, technically, i.e. not as nice cosmetically, not as good underneath.
No.
Not
To be
as
fair, not
lo-
much is as good underneath as that option A.
True.
That car is immaculate.
Do you go minty, spend more money, end up with a mint car, which you're gonna ruin, or because you're Callum, you have to remember you're Callum.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Or do you go for option B, which is the car that's already a little bit ruined?
Which the car is also arguably, the second car is effectively where the first car is going to end up in
Yes.
a period of time.
Yes.
Although I'd like to hope not quite as tatty.
Yes. So peoples of the internet, please comment, please let us know.
Same money. One's got an R154 in it. One's got and a front mount, coilovers, wheels, exhaust.
The bits you want to do.
Yeah, like all the bits that we're going to do. I'm probably not going to go R154, but all the bits you're going to do. And the other one is, I'm shocked at how clean it is. It's like
It's immaculate.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It has done 101,000 kilometres,
Which is what, like 65,000
which
miles?
is 63,000 miles. It came into the country in 2022, and for the last 2 MOTs, I would hazard a guess he lives 30 kilometres away from the MOT station, because between the MOT this year, the one last year, and the one before, like the one before that, it has done 30 kilometres each year.
Always fitted a mileage blocker.
Well, yeah, either either. I don't care. It looks good. But yeah, the car is absolutely immaculate, and I think I've come up with my solution to that.
Which is?
I'm going to fuck a really good car up.
And spend more money.
I'm going to buy a Minter and I'm going to ruin it.
See, now my opinion was probably to do the second one.
Really? That does surprise me.
Because if it were me, I'd do option A. But I have to remember I'm you.
It is me.
And if I'm you, do I buy the minty mint one and then fuck it and feel really bad? Or do I buy the pretty good one? It's not bad. And less fuck it. The only thing I agree with you on, one has a sunroof and one does not.
I do not want a sunroof.
And you don't want a sunroof.
really
and the
don't.
minty car does not have a sunroof. The less minty car does have a sunroof.
Also, the less minty car has a copy lip kit, and the minty car has a plastic Vertex lip kit, like from factory OE.
Okay.
Not that that's massively important, 'cause
Not
it still
really,
looks the same. But
So what are you doing, peeps? Are you doing B or A? A or B?
bear in mind, I drift about
Once every
the same
5 years.
amount of times as we see a lunar eclipse. So
That's true.
it's not going to see a lot of track, realistically. So I think I'm going to go for the cleaner one if one of you people will man up and buy some proper wheels. Please.
Shots fired.
I did get offered a rusty MR2 for the Rezax today.
Did you?
Yes.
And what did you say?
He said, hello Nate, would you straight swap a rusty blue MR2 for these Rezax?
Nice.
And I said, no thank you.
Okay, fine.
I'd rather put pins in my eyes. And he sent me smiley faces. So I think we ended on good terms.
Yeah, I'd say so. To the people, just before we move on, to the people that have spoken to me this week and helped me, well, you don't know us this week, because this is
When you've spoken to us.
the people that have spoken to me and helped me with prices and all sorts of stuff, questions, queries, all that sort of stuff, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I genuinely do. To be honest with you, the car wouldn't be to that spec without your help. So, so thank you very, very much.
A bit of knowledge goes a long way.
Knowledge and
people willing to share it as well.
People willing to share it, and also people they didn't have to go out of their way. We talked last week about sponsored drivers and stuff like that. I'm not a sponsored driver, really, at all.
No.
But people have offered me their, how do I put this politely? People that have
access
the
to
ability,
some of their benefits.
Thank you. People have the access to some maybe slightly better deals than the general public that don't need to offer me those deals, have gone out of their way to offer me those deals. And without that, like I say, the build wouldn't have this and it wouldn't have that.
It wouldn't be getting quite as carried away.
No. So, and I wouldn't end up with such a good car and such a good engine. So thank you genuinely very, very much. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And thank you to Dave from Garage21 for responding to about 55,000 messages. So if your car's delayed at Garage21, I apologise. That's a little bit me. And Dave does love a chat as well.
Oh, fucking loves a chat. I spoke to him about Aristos this week, and I was on the phone for 40 minutes.
Yeah, but he's such a nice dude.
He's lovely. I love chatting to Dave.
You can't say piss off to him, can you?
No, not at all.
Right. Moving on to questions. Some of these questions are related to the fact that Callum posted a photo of a giant carrot.
I did.
As
I'm working in a coleslaw factory at the minute at work, installing a load of equipment, and like this carrot came out of the line the other day, and I was just mesmerised by it. It's literally the size of my forearm. I'll insert the picture in here for all the people that didn't see the carrot on the Instagram story. It was the size of a clipboard.
It was fair size.
It was fucking enormous.
It'd do some damage.
It weighed 1.6 kilos.
That's a big carrot.
You're going to hurt someone with that.
Yeah.
That's a big carrot.
That's a big carrot. Peacock performance. We're starting with the questions.
We need to PG these a little bit.
Now, Beachy, on the phone, go ahead. Say whatever you got to say. It's funny. Some of these questions aren't particularly
Family friendly?
family friendly.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So
Do we just answer the questions without
we'll answer the questions,
asking the question?
but we can't ask the question.
Yeah, good
'Cause
idea.
if we ask the question, Spotify will say no, and YouTube will
Yeah.
say no,
Yeah.
and then there'll be no Idle Chat podcast.
Yeah.
So-
Which, to be honest, arguably some people might not be too upset by.
In answer to question, I'll answer and I'll pass the phone over. In answer to question one, you're probably going to get what he's asking from the question itself, Rolf Harris. And question two, I don't know, the foil, I'm glad you said no foil,
Yeah.
because that's going to be painful.
It's going to sting.
And I would probably say 8, I reckon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we've gone big there.
What about you?
I'm going to say... I'm going to say Ian Watkins, because I really enjoyed his music.
Yeah?
Yeah. I saw him live quite a few times, and the last time he was off his nut. He did 10 minutes on stage. The sole fell off his shoe, and I shit you not, for 10 minutes he stood there with the foot of the shoe into the microphone, pretending the shoe was talking. There was signs that things were going wrong.
Okay.
It was very strange.
Bit unhinged.
As for question two,
He's dead. He's dead now, so.
Yeah, exactly. Amen. As for question two, I'm going to say...
I think 10 was probably a bit over the top for me, really, actually. I'd
You
like
said
to lower
eight.
that
You
to
said
8.
eight.
Yeah.
You started with 8.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
And then I said 10.
Big, isn't it?
Yeah, but they crumble, don't they?
Well, they do. Well, what's the technique? Is this like a funnel and a filter job, or just cram?
I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm going to
I'd say
say
it's a thick-ended filter.
yeah, it is. I'm
Not
gonna,
filler, funnel.
Yeah. I'm going to say approximately 4, but I do need to calorie track them.
My fitness pal
Yeah,
before you absorb them into your bloodstream.
yeah.
Uh,
Moving on.
Jack Tilburn, what's on your Christmas list?
2 things: someone to buy my wheels, and a minty Aristo to ruin.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's not. I don't think Santa's going to fit them down my chimney though.
No. Well, no, neither.
I don't really have any car-related stuff on my Christmas list. I don't really know what to ever ask for Christmas these days. I just want a surprise of something cool.
4XL Euros t-shirts.
Yeah, mate. More Japan Euros or more Japan t-shirts in 4XL, and then we'll slowly move down the kisses until we get to a normal.
And then eventually we can turn them into flag Naboris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything on your Christmas list? Yeah, about £5,000 to £6,000 worth of SR20 parts.
Money tree. A money tree is on my Christmas list. Joke aside, though, thank you again for all your help, everyone. Richard Gilby. Spoke to Mr. Gilby today, had a funny chat. Why is Adam becoming a bleep and downgrading like a little city girl?
Well, because... I don't know. Well, we spoke about this because it was time for a change, I think. I think... I'm going to speak for Adam here and say... From the time he changed the style of the car, as in from the low boy on splits when it was actually cool, and changed it to...
When it was actually cool.
and changed it to...
Wanker.
changed it to 4x4 ride height and a completely different driving style. From that second onwards, wishes he had an SR in it. If I'm honest. Because the car never handled the way you want. You couldn't imitate what you were trying to imitate because of the way the car drove.
Yeah.
It sounded mega, it worked
Sounded
a treat,
mega, yeah.
and it was rowdy. But deep down, SR was always what you really wanted, I think.
I've always had an itch for a spicy SR, but the RB was totally overkill for when it was full power, for my budget and for what I really want to do with the car.
Yeah.
It also always struggled with getting hot.
Yeah.
Because it was front rad and it was just a big engine and a small hole.
I forgot that we're going to go back to a full-size rad.
Full-size rad, yeah. And it never handled the way I wanted it to handle. I got it to handle well, but I never got it to handle how I wanted to handle.
And I think also part of that was because the people you were speaking to on geo and alignments and setups and stuff, and the people in Japan that you're obviously trying to imitate and drive the same as, they don't have any notes for you.
No.
Because none of them have got an RB in their car.
Some do, but it's rare.
But the people that are actually doing the Larry stuff that you're trying to copy don't have a big 6-cylinder in the front of them. So
or if they do, they're like D1 GP cars with a 2J and a rear rad, and they've got £5,000 worth of coilovers. It's a very different.
It's very hard to copy that setup when your setup is not the same.
No, which it's not, and it's never going to be.
Well, it's about to be.
So, well, with an RB.
Yeah.
So it's partly a cost issue, and that RB obviously wasn't going to last forever. It was great whilst I sold it, but at 700 plus horsepower, it wasn't going to last forever. So it was going to need rebuilding, which was going to be really expensive. The gearbox was going to need upgrading, which is going to be really expensive, and the rest of the driveline was going to need upgrading. So it was going to cost me so much money to continue it working effectively or make it reliable. So bit the bullet and went back to SR. And I'm hoping that we'll have a car that handles better, is cheaper to run, runs cooler, so I can drive it more. Like at Dory Fest, for example, I could only do 4 laps.
Yeah.
I could do 4 laps and that's it.
And a cool-down lap.
I could never finish the session at Dory Fest because it just got too hot. Whereas all the SR boys can.
Yeah.
And that's a bit annoying for what I do. If I'm doing big boy competition stuff, then obviously you stick with the JZ or an RB. Yeah. Your Castle Combe, fine. Stick with an RB, stick with the JZ. It's great. It's big power track.
Although I would say you never did Combe with that setup. That was in with the big spicy RB setup in it. But I would say you're not going to get far around that lap before it's in temperature cuts.
Yeah,
even at Combe.
Thirds in the bin or fourths in the bin.
Fourths probably in the bin, isn't it, at Combe?
So that's why, Mr. Gilby. For me, for my driving style, for my budget, and for how I want the car to handle, and for the money I was going to have to spend on the RB, it was the most logical choice.
Yeah. And ultimately, the thing that you've complained about from day one with that engine setup is balance. And that's
balance and weight. Balance and temperatures.
Yeah.
They're the two things we've always struggled with. And the SR fixes both.
Yeah.
So, and it's cheaper. Even though we've gone a bit mad on ours, with the help that I'm getting, thank you again, it's going to be significantly cheaper than the RB was to build.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is
still will be. I know I might not see tons of change out of the RB engine.
I don't think
you'll
see any, if I'm honest.
SR engine, but
a like for like swap, and you've upgraded your situation in terms of the issues that you had.
As a worst case scenario. It just depends on how much more help I get and what the final figures end up being and how mad we go. But I think it's the right move.
Oh, I think so too.
Ash_La.
One of Beachy's customers.
Is he?
The white 14, I think it's the white 14A with the big boy SR in.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Beach was telling me today he had Angus's silver S14 in.
Yeah.
For some work and stuff, because he's crashed it a lot.
Yeah,
a
Angus
lot.
drives hard.
A lot. And he lifted the car up on a ramp, and the front dropped. Oh. So he put it back down. He got a tape measure, lifted it up, and the front didn't move for 4 inches of travel.
Nice.
Then looked at the bulkhead, and it's all separated. Like, it's just hanging out the front.
That's a bad time.
Rang Angus and was like, this is bad.
Angus, we're going to have to bring forward this GTA 6 build.
This is bad. They fixed it, they've sorted it all out, they've done a tube front, and they've done some reinforcing and stuff like that. But it was...
was in a bad way?
It was in a bad way. And he said, like, shockingly bad. So that car, Angus, should drive mint now.
Yeah, it's going to feel like a brand new car. You've not got live fucking alignment anymore.
Yeah. Apparently, he's going mad on the GT86 build. So
It'll be a big boy build, I think, from what Paul was saying.
Be interesting to see. Going back to Ashlar, do you ever think drifting will be less frowned upon in the UK? Also, congratulations on God's motor. What's he on about? 2J?
Yeah, I think it's on about RBs, isn't it?
It's got to be RB.
But
it's definitely not.
We're going away from the RB, Ash. I think drifting is not frowned upon. I think that the people that attend drifting is frowned upon. Because the sport itself has got quite serious. It's the knobheads that come and watch on, then decide to do a burnout through Santa Pod Village on the way out and do peel outs out of junctions and stuff. I think
absolute heroes
is the biggest issue we have. That, and I think it's died down a lot, but the absolute bangers that people used to bring to major UK circuits. But I think we've sort of knocked that on the head. But I think I'd love to think it will be. I think we might struggle due to the sort of stagnant-ish nature of UK drifting at the minute. It's not really grown per se because of that track access issues that we're having. Is my opinion. What's yours?
I think it is frowned upon by other motorsport people, and I think the general public don't understand. I think you're right with anyone that's kind of in the scene. I think you're spot on, but I think outside the scene, the bigger picture is
Yobbo's doing donuts.
Yes, Yobbos. Oh, who the fuck are these idiots coming ruining our track and leaving rubber everywhere and smashing up all these tyres and blah 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 blah. They don't understand it, and they just think it's basically destructive. So do most of the tracks. Now, when you go to a proper drifting event and see it and how it's run and the people and the cars, you then realise, oh, actually, hang on. This is a lot more serious than I thought it was. And this is actually a proper motorsport thing. But I think the initial perception is just hoodlums in stupid Japanese cars destroying everything.
I think as well, those people that tend to, like like you say, people from proper motorsport. Every time I've ever seen any of those people in a drift car for the first time, all of a sudden they're like, I get it.
I took Leighton Clark out in my S15 a few years ago.
Who's that?
Leighton Clark owns RMA Track Days.
Okay.
RMA Track Days are the leading premier track day company in the UK. And basically, it's for people with hypercars and supercars. They rent out Silverstone and all these other tracks. Amazing business. Leighton himself is an ex-Porsche works driver.
Okay.
And has he has one now. But he has a GT3 RS Visac, Michelin sponsored, set up by Suspension Secrets. Race car, track car, road car.
That's a serious track car.
He's a proper guy.
Yeah.
And he can
takes his shit seriously.
properly drive. And I took him out in my 15 when I raised it and done the B-knuckle stuff. Yeah. But I hadn't, it was different knuckle. But I hadn't gone livery and, 700 horsepower and all sort of stuff. And I was talking to him in the passenger seat and he said, I've done Anglesey hundreds of times over the years, but I've never been drifting.
Yeah.
And basically wanted to see what it was all about. And came with a mutual friend of ours who was also drifting. Came in my car and we did a few laps on national track, and a couple of which were like not quite backwards but nearly backwards into the hairpin. And at the end of it he was like, that's insane. Like he thought it was
slow.
He thought it was slow and you just sort of like waft around the track. And
because I suppose people that do track days and stuff are used to a bit of a power slide, which is very sedate, and we just gather it all back up and we head the right direction.
What he wasn't expecting is first, second, third, fourth, huck it to the left,
a big clutch kick,
pinned down the straight, and then hucking it into the corner, and then clicking third,
to get it back out the corner.
He was like, it's so much more visceral, aggressive, and fast than I thought it was going to be. And immediately he was like, this is no joke. Like he thought he was going for a hoon at Anglesey. What he didn't expect was that.
Yeah.
And he was immediately like, okay, fair enough, you boys actually are
there's a lot going on here.
a bit more serious than I thought you were. And that's coming from a guy that runs high-end track days and is in the motorsport world and has been since he was a tiny kid. And the other thing he said, interestingly, whilst I'm on that point, when he used to race for Porsche and all other people, you have teams, and those teams are in their little teams, and no one talks to each other.
It's all very clicky.
It's all very clicky, and you stay in your pit garage, and you stay in your pit garage. He said, Matsuri, everyone's handing out beers, everyone's having a good time, people are saying, jump in my car, people are like helping each other out with engine swaps, gearbox swaps, tyres, wheels. He was like, it's like a big party.
Yeah.
It's like a big party where everyone's there to have a good time. Whereas even track days, it's all a bit, oh, well, that's the Aston Martin club over there, and that's the Porsche club over there.
Snooty.
It's all a bit snooty, which he was not. He was expecting it to be a bit more chill, but he wasn't expecting it to be as friendly and forthcoming as it was. And he also said, very finally, that he would on like a track day, you'll get certain drivers that will only drive with each other.
Yeah.
Because they're the only two with Paganis, or they're the only two with
Fucking
Ferraris.
don't blame them.
And I get it, because they've got so much money invested. But on a drift day, you can have, like on that particular time, we had Ollie Evans in a D-Mech car.
A pro car, yeah.
We had Adam Ivel in an SR S15 behind him.
Yeah.
We had me behind him, and we had Jake behind me.
Yeah.
And we're running trains. So you've got 4 S15s from a fairly basic car.
Ivel's car was quite a road-going sort of 400 horsepower.
To a 1,000 horsepower pro car.
Yeah.
All running the same. And then equally you get like a Land Rover with a BMW with a V8 in it.
With a Mark III Escort van.
Yeah, and a Martin Richards and an R32 Driftworks Riga winning car with his mate in a PS with an SR in it.
Yeah.
And there's a respect to each, like you keep your distance or whatever. But there's a coolness about like being able to run on track with like quotes like your sort of hero cars and stuff like that. Yeah. So no, that's a long tangent, but that perception I think is the general perception. Yeah. Yobbos floating around on track, causing mayhem, and
I think it needs like I say, I've heard this a lot as well from people, and like the one I always get asked is, I assume you want tyres with no grip.
Yes.
And it bends people's minds when you're like, no, we want like semi-slicks at 10 psi. We want as much grip in the car as possible.
In my unit, as you come, I'm running out of space. As you come down the stairs, there's like a pile, like a line of tyres and wheels. And they're all for the drift car. And most of our sales happen in the sales office where I'm at. And lots of people come down the stairs and they see the tyres and they go, oh, are they for the cars here, are they? And you're like, no, they're for a drift car. And you get chatting, and the car's sometimes in the showroom, sometimes it's next door in our workshop. And quite often they're like, what? Like that's what you use to drift on? Like, yeah. Well, don't you use like cheap tyres or part ones or like hard tyres? Like, no. And I'll run those at 15 psi, like flat.
People don't understand.
They're like, what? And trying to explain that to people is like hard.
Yeah, it is.
And then when you explain it and the penny drops, they're like, oh, this is no joke. Yeah. They're like, no, this is no joke.
Yeah, and see all these tyres here? I did more than that in 6 laps at Santa Pod.
They say, well, how long do they last? That's the next question.
Yeah.
So, well, 2 laps.
How much do they cost?
How much do they cost?
Yeah.
Well, retail's about 120 quid a tyre, 140 quid a tyre. And then immediately they're like, right, we want to renegotiate the price.
Yeah. We think you're making too much money here.
So I have to say, no, I'm sponsored, and even though, you know, right.
Yeah, we've got to keep the salespeople out. Yeah. That's the one that pays the bills. That's the one that pays the bills.
But yeah, anyway, we'll move on, because if not, we'll end up doing an hour podcast on...
tangent.
Yeah, of tangent on the perception of drifting.
Yeah, easy done.
Cafe car. Is carrot cake a thing? Discuss.
Carrot cake is the cake.
I would agree.
Carrot cake is my favourite, and I'm an expert. Carrot cake is my favourite cake.
I'd agree.
I fucking love
a moist carrot cake with a really nice, like, what's it called? Like a
frosting, like the cheese frosting.
Yeah. And then like walnuts in it.
Yeah. I want full Ethel spec. I want old lady spec.
Yeah. I say who does do a
church bake. That's the only time I go to church.
M&S do a really good carrot cake.
I'm surprised Waitrose aren't better.
Fucking was a Waitrose, and then I got the price for the SR parts.
What's your favourite cake? And if you say carrot cake shit, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Unfollow.
He'll probably say red velvet cake or something.
Yeah.
Gooey.
I just like Victoria Sponge because I'm boring.
I don't know, Carl. You tell us. Wayne B.1. Does that carrot live under Callum's bed? Does now.
Yeah. It's found a new home recently.
Yeah?
Just working my way to the big end.
Moving on. Josh Miller. Now, Josh has written us an essay.
A thesis.
Jesus Christ, Josh. Let me see if I can condense this down.
It was a follow-on from a topic we spoke about last week, wasn't it?
He's talking about cheap versus expensive drifting. MX-5 versus like his 86 build.
Yeah. Which a quick rundown is a carbon Kevlar GT86, which I believe is getting a 3-rotor Quaif. It's got a Bulldog in it.
Yeah.
Like it's a comp car.
It's a comp car with a weird engine.
With a Dorito in it.
Spinny Dorito. He's put, do you think companies should look at what you're doing in person for sponsorship/support, or overall how big your following is? What he's saying is, what's more important? Your ability in your driving or your actual followers?
Neither. What's more important is your relationship with the people that you're working with.
I
wholeheartedly agree. Whether you've got one follower or 100,000,
yeah.
I think it's so much more important that the people you're working with are companies or products you would use without sponsorship, and also people that you genuinely want to deal with and they want to deal with you. Yeah. I think that's more important than anything. Obviously, people want to see a return on investment. Thus, any company sponsoring anything would always want to have the best appearance. So they're obviously going to want an aesthetically pleasing car or photography or whatever you're going to do to return that investment. And obviously it's marketing at the end of the day, sponsorship. So a following helps because obviously it's more eyes on their name, and their product.
Yes.
But I think ultimately more than anything, it's your relationship with that person or that company that is top priority over all of it. And building a genuine relationship, not a, please sir, can I have some things?
Yeah. Is my opinion. Which is one of the conversations I had with someone today. Literally saying, look, I don't want to be that guy. That's like, please sir, can I have some things? I would agree with all of that. All I will say is I do think you need some sort of following. However, that said, as a business owner, I guess, I would rather have, let's say, 10 quality leads, inquiries from people, as opposed to sell cars to whoever, as opposed to 100, like, what's your best price, mate? Yeah. And then you never hear from them again. Because I guarantee you, out of your 10, you might sell 3 or 4 a car. Out of your 100, I doubt you'll sell 3 or 4. No. So I think sometimes quality is better than quantity. And you can also just strike it right. You can get the right person that does something for a company. They might not have the biggest following, but they do something. I'm trying to think of an example now. And it the 360, like the 360 thing that I did. Yeah. So if I'm not a sponsored or followed guy really, but I can do some stuff in the car, and the car's presented well, and it only takes like that clip to go viral, as cringe as that is, with that company all over that car. We saw my tits. And they're like, the amount of people I had message me off the back of that 360 video saying, what lock kit, what lock kit, what lock kit, what lock kit, what lock, literally every single message. How can your car do that? What lock kit is it? I'm like, it's just cut knuckle. But what cut knuckle? Now, I'm not sponsored by B-Knuckle, but if I was, that I could have said B-Knuckle, 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 B-Knuckle to about 150 people. Now, not all 150 are going to buy a B-Knuckle, but 10 if 10 do, then it's paid for the free set of beer knuckles that I would have received as a sponsored driver.
I think your other Silverstone trip, where you won and that is a great representation of what I was saying. Your turbo came from a conversation with a man as two people. It was nothing to do with you as a driver. I mean, it helped. Obviously, your driving ability is what sealed the deal, but the arrangement that you came from a conversation and building a relationship. It didn't come from, sir, will you give me this for free? And then he was like, well, we'll see. It was a conversation that had a joke in it and became a thing. Yeah, well, because you've built, and you've since built an even stronger relationship with him over the years. So
yeah, speaking of which, if you need a Pulsar turbo, I can supply them. So you know, just
that was not in your frame of mind when you were driving to Silverstone that day. I need to find Mr. Pulsar because I want a new turbo. It was purely a matter of circumstance.
The story goes, and what happened, if people are curious, me and Jake were doing a photo shoot thing in the pits at Silverstone for Jake's YouTube channel, and Mr. Pulsar came over, and I opened the bonnet, and he saw my Kinugawa, my genuine Kinugawa,
genuine eBay,
only rebuilt once by Midland Turbo, and was like, "The fuck is that?" And I was like, "It's China." But it does make 534 horsepower. And he sort of looked at me with a grimace and then laughed. And I was like, look, it's not that bad. He was like, it's not that good. And then we sort of got chatting and talking about the car and the spec and stuff. And then the conversation occurred with Jake interjected and said, oh, well, you'll have to, you know,
sort him out.
And sort of laughing and joking and stuff. And he then said something along the lines of, well, if he's any good. And then I said, well, if I win tomorrow, you can give me a turbo, can't you? Just all joking, banter, whatever.
Having a conversation.
Having a laugh. Then went and won, somehow. I don't really know how. Messaged him and said, only flipping one. Like, what are the chances? I can't.
You said you messaged him and also just was like,
it wasn't
nice,
even like,
nice to meet you, sort of thing.
Yeah, I was like, nice to meet you. What are the chances of that? And literally that was it. He replied then saying, basically, what do you want?
Sounds like I owe you a turbo.
And we've got on since. I've done a few videos and stuff for them, and and just sort of tried to build a relationship. I now am approved by Pulsar to supply turbos. So if you want one, I can get you on. I can try and look after you on deal. I've supplied a couple recently.
Yeah.
I don't really make any money out of them, but it's just a nice thing to do to repay the company that helped me out.
Yeah, definitely.
After that Silverstone event.
But that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. It's nothing to. You would have probably put a Pulsar on that engine anyway in the future.
Probably.
So it's a product that you would have used anyway. It's a product that Jack had already sort of said. You know, Jack had put a Pulsar on it. Pulsar's the way to go.
Yeah.
And a conversation occurred, a bit of a relationship was built, and you've built on that ever since. And now you've got a good relationship with someone, and I think that's more important than anything. But I would say, sorry, I keep cutting you off. I also would say, more importantly than that is also, you can't just send out 100 emails at the start of the year and expect to find sponsors that way. This takes, you've been drifting, 10 years to build up to a few good relationships.
Well, it took me 7 years to get an invite to go to Silverstone.
Yeah.
So 7 years of drifting and wanting to go and do the events that you want to do, your Silverstones and your Jap Fest and stuff like that. It took me 7 years and a lot of work and a lot of money to be able to get the opportunity to drive at Silverstone. And that wasn't due to the car necessarily.
You were somewhat of a relatively unknown driver at the time. It was purely
down to Sweeps saying, he's a pretty good driver. Do you want to do night demos at Matsuri? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, you are a good driver at night demos. Do you want to do Silverstone? No, I messaged him and said, thank you very much, actually, for the opportunity to do the night demos and sick event and all that sort of stuff. You know, the stuff you do.
I got a message from Adam because I wasn't with him at that Matsuri, and he said, I've been asked to do the night demos. I'm not sure. It was something along the lines of, Do it, you bitch.
Yeah. That night demo stuff is scary because you literally can't
You
see.
cannot see shit.
And at that time, they were tractor tyres.
Yes, they were tractor tyres, and there was a spotlight about a quarter of a mile apart.
Yes.
Other than that,
So
figure
you
it out
could
for
see the
yourself.
corner, and then
Well, you can see a
you're
lot of the
blind.
barrier because that's where your headlights are pointing,
Yeah.
and you can't see fuck all else.
But yeah, no, and then obviously built the relationship with Sweeps, and since then got the opportunity to drive the event. First event I did, I wasn't the best, I wasn't the worst, I was somewhere in the middle.
Just got round.
Just got round, did some cool stuff, but predominantly average.
But you were absolutely buzzing because when me and Adam met, we met at college, sixth form. We used to hang out together, hang out with each other, and sit.
Sometimes we
this
hang
is
out
about to
with
get
each other
weird.
too.
Is what I'm about to say. Is sit in your bedroom playing Forza, driving, drifting those corners at Silverstone.
Yep.
That was the thing we used to sit and do for ages. So
You'd have an S15 on Forza. You'd go under the bridge and you'd try and do a backwards entry into the first corner.
That is literally what we
or
sit
360.
And do. Yeah,
or
we'd sit and
whatever.
do that for hours.
Yeah.
So the opportunity to do it IRL was a very big milestone for yourself.
Yeah, it meant a lot to me. It was like fulfilling a childhood dream, basically.
Yeah.
That sounds cringy, but that was the truth. And then, like I say, winning it, I know it's not a competition. It's just a mess around, really. But winning that event, from going from someone that sat in the stands watching all these people do
we
it.
went to watch, didn't we?
Yeah,
A few
yeah.
times.
Playing it on the PlayStation when I was a kid, to actually like winning an event at Silverstone, even if it's only, like I say, a spurious, fun event, still
Big sense of achievement.
Yeah, it made me quite emotional, to be honest with you. It was a big thing for me, and then backing that up as well, that it wasn't a fluke. The year after, at the same event, coming second. So it's sort of like some validation and some.
Thank you for all the spending.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a complete waste of time.
No, it's basically. Yeah. No, it's a validation to myself that you can do it. You are alright at this, and it wasn't for nothing. It might seem like nothing to other people. It might seem like, well, why the hell you spent all that much money to go and win a stupid plastic trophy at an event that's not even a competition?
But also, why have you spent all that much money to go to Magaluf and throw up on a beach?
Well, this is the other thing. Yeah,
we've never done that, either of us.
no,
Like, it's always
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I've never financed a car myself.
ironic for a man that sells it for a living.
I've never financed a car. I've never owned a car really that's newer than 8 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think 10 years old. I never ever have spent that sort of money on anything other than drifting.
Other than a rope on 90s Nissan.
And even then, every time I've done it in the most financially acute way I possibly can to make it work.
Because he's watched me with my money fire hose, just going, this is all taking up too much space. Let me get rid of all this money.
I have money. You take it.
Yeah.
That's literally
Take it away from me.
Yeah. So yeah, we've really digressed. But
We have massively, but that's okay. That's what
we'll
this is
go
all
back on.
about.
We'll go back onto the topic. I think that answers your question. That was a
Basically-
very long response to a very long question.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, it's appropriate, isn't it?
Yes.
But yeah, ultimately, I think relationships are more important.
Yes. Final question. Dan_DC Garage.
Yeah.
Hello, handsome strangers. I like this guy.
I don't know what you look like, but I'm sure you're beautiful too.
I think he likes the look of that carrot.
Don't we all?
Aesthetics of the car. View of drifting on drift day show up missile cars with absolutely no care whatsoever. What's the point? I think this is him asking what's the point.
Yeah.
Where is scrutineering rules about body panel? Where are the scrutineering rules about body panels and represent state?
I think what we're trying to say here, with a few words missing, is...
I'm reading it word for word, so apologies. I probably should just paraphrase it. But basically...
where a missile... What's the deal with missile cars? Should there be a scrutineering standard? I think is about the heart and soul of that question.
Yep. Who's going first?
Go.
This is going to sound elitist. I think in the interests of UK drifting and to progress UK drifting, an event should not be first come, first serve.
I agree.
I don't think you should be able to just go and buy a ticket for an event.
Application.
I think you should be able to apply to drive the event, and you need to send photos of your car, up-to-date photos. Ideally, like your Instagram. Most people have Instagram, let's be real.
Yeah.
Or Facebook or whatever, where you've got photos and videos of you driving. A background on your driving record, i.e. how long you've been driving and what events and championships or whatever you've done, where you've come or whatever it might be. And then, if all boxes are ticked,
Yeah, and a highlight reel of the car.
come and join in. Now,
Like
I
a
don't
spec
think...
of the car.
Yeah, highlight reel of the car. Yeah,
And a couple of photos. So
I don't think that should be the case at...
your average practice day.
Yeah, at your average practice day, fine. You're there to muck around with your mates in
And learn.
beat a car and learn. Absolutely, 100%. But anything that I would call middle of the road drifting or upper
The
levels
big
of
events.
drifting, for me, should be scrutinized before the cars even arrive for scrutineering.
I agree.
Maybe people will go, oh, it's right for you, you've got fucking loads of money. Or whatever. I'm not...
Not for much longer.
I'm not saying you need to have 1,000 horsepower, RB, SR,
no.
whatever. Not saying that. You can have, we pick on them, but let's just use it as an example. An E36, 323i, or an E46,
Yeah, yeah.
323i, with a cage and a bucket seat and a hydro.
And well presented.
If it's got M3 kit on it, it's not expensive to buy an M3 kit or an M Sport kit.
It doesn't even need to be an M3. Just all one colour.
All one colour.
Presentable.
A body
looks
kit
nice.
that isn't like hanging on the floor, or like a cut in half bumper all the way around, or
Yeah.
half a side skirt or whatever. A body kit, a colour, a level car that
Yeah.
looks like a car that's to do sports
Yeah.
in, like you say, a colour with a roll cage, bucket seats.
Safe and presentable.
Yes, not recliners out of your whatever you found in a scrap
Like your
heap.
Thai brides.
Yeah. Bucket seats. They don't have to be FIA. They just have to be bucket seats. Harnesses. They don't have to be the best harnesses, but ideally some sort of
Decent
branded,
ones.
decent harness.
They're the bit that stops you flinging around like a little
Quite
meat
important.
cannon inside
Yeah.
your car if it all goes wrong.
Quite important that. Wheels that are a colour maybe.
Just, yeah.
Not, they don't have, like what I mean by that is,
Not rattle can fluoro.
yes.
Well, no, Tom
That's-
runs fluoro wheels.
Yeah.
But like not, just presentable. I think
Just
it
present-
really is the core of it. It
just
doesn't need to be
presentable.
specific, just
and
presentable.
mechanically is sorted.
Sound, yeah.
Sound. Yeah. The sort of car that you wouldn't have any worries about driving it wherever, whenever, and not pissing oil everywhere, leaking coolant everywhere. Just a mechanically sound car. Now,
Just
I
a
think
decent
that should
vehicle.
be your minimum.
I think that should be your minimum regardless of what event you're doing, whether you're doing a
Mm.
big event or not. Because ultimately, it's better.
Yeah.
Media will take more photos if your car looks presentable. You're not going to be working on it every 10 seconds if it's mechanically sound. What's not to like?
Precisely.
And something that you can actually be proud of and go, that's my car.
Well, I just gave you a long spiel about me feeling the achievement of getting to Silverstone and doing
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Surely, there's more self-worth, more satisfaction and pride in, I've built this car, I've painted it. Okay, it's not the best paint job, but it's okay from 10 foot. I've done this, I've done that, I've put a cage in it, I've applied to an event, and the event has said, yeah,
Come on in.
your car looks fine, and I'm at the event, and I've passed through scrutineering, and I've had a good weekend. And I've done all that, I've achieved all that over the last few months. Surely that is better than, right, you on a computer, finger ready, you on a computer, finger ready, and you on a computer, finger ready, and one of us will get a ticket,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Share a
we'll
car.
Share a car, or I've got the part ones out back that are going to delam on the first lap, but they'll be okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go, and we're gonna take our whatever it may be with rotten arches, no rear bumper, a Isuzu D-Max bull bar on the front,
Yeah, something that looks like a handicapped
Yeah.
toilet handle
Yeah.
for a fucking bumper bar.
4 different doors in 4 different colours,
Yeah.
and a bonnet with a rusty bonnet scoop, which we MIG welded a piece of
Yeah.
sheet steel on, and we'll be good. No, that surely you must go to that event and go, well, look at this guy, and look at this guy, and look at this guy, and look at me, and feel a bit like I'm a bit out of my
should have
depth.
tried
here.
harder.
Yeah, surely you must think that. I mean, some people obviously don't, but I think, oh, this is going to sound harsh. The people that don't care shouldn't be there.
I agree.
If you don't care, if you're that guy and you're looking at your car in the queue and you're like, oh, my car's mint, mate,
Yeah.
and actually it looks like what I've just described, you shouldn't be at that event because you're not helping to progress the sport, or all those guys around you now are shit scared that you are going to go up the hill and T-bone
Stones
their
right in the door.
£50,000 S15.
Yeah. And also, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a 10 grand car.
No.
That can literally be if you do it yourself, maybe a 1,500 quid, 2 grand car to be safe and presentable. It doesn't need to be anything special.
Nope.
It's just something safe and something that's aesthetically not a dog.
You can buy a drift-ready BMW for 1,500 quid. £500 will sort you out with a spray gun,
Yeah. And
some paint of your choice, a colour of your choice.
we did my 350, didn't we?
Your
my
paint for your 350 was about 320 quid,
Yeah. Plus, we did it.
and we got some left.
Chuck someone a few quid with a paint booth.
All
to
you
paint it.
need are some high-build primer cans, some Scotch-Brite pads,
And a lot of fucking patience.
a DA if you can afford one, but if you can't, just some 400 grit on a pad, and just go over the car, rough the whole thing up, mask the windows, mask the shuts if you want to. You don't have to, and paint it a colour.
We're talking building a 10-footer here as well. We're not
Oh,
saying
God,
it needs
yeah,
to be
no.
mirror image. I watched Jimmy
Does it
Oates-
look good on a photo from
Yeah.
the guys behind a barrier and
Yeah.
you're drifting on track? Yes, that's all that matters.
Some guys on Jimmy Oakes' latest video, he's in Japan at a
Oh,
Bitsu,
paint the car black.
painting the car in the pits with a fucking Halfords compressor and some industrial black. Painting it outside in the rain.
Yep.
And Jimmy shows the car the next day from 10 foot. Looks mint. Looks super clean. And that is an absolutely beaten Ibisu car that has been there for 10 years. And they've literally chucked 200 quid's worth of fiberglass at it and 20 quid's worth of paint.
Paint is quite expensive, but yeah.
Like, it's not a...
You can go online and buy 5 litres of Ford Frozen White,
Yeah,
ready to paint. Just put your hardener
about-
in and off you go for like 80 quid.
80 quid, yeah. And 5 litres will paint a car and some.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, just make it presentable. I have done the missile thing many moons ago. And at the...
But you did the missile thing at an appropriate location to do the missile
Yeah.
thing, and with other like-for-like missiles at that event.
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking about that.
No, but to some, I perhaps see a bit of that side of things though, because I've done it. You have always had presentable cars. You've never had a dog.
Yeah, no.
I've done dog. It was a good car, but it was a bit rough by the end of me learning
bit,
to
yeah.
tandem. But at the time, we were taking more pride than I'd like to admit into bending cars, because it was the thing to do at the time. And this was in the, as America calls, missile crisis. Like, this was when missile cars were, that people were buying shit cars to smash up. So, but I learnt so much about tandem driving doing it. So much that I wouldn't change it. I just remember at one point watching the track day when I was off track and thinking, this isn't sustainable for us to keep the cars going. Like, people were buying E36 compacts and doing one event with them and buying another shell and reshelling it. Like, they were
At that point, it is
because
bang
they
racing.
were 150 quid.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, we'd had, and someone had spin and the other person had T-bone them, and that's the end of that shell, we'll buy another one. And it wasn't a problem, it was just part of it.
Bit of work.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, this isn't sustainable because the cars aren't going to stay this cheap forever. It's not sustainable to, like, we got to a point where the damage we were doing was beyond learning. It was just a bit silly because you start taking bigger and bigger risks and doing stuff that you know is probably not going to work, but you can have a go anyway. And also, this looks fucking awful. It's fun to do. It's fucking fun to do. But it looks dog shit because everything is a heap of shit. And I remember saying to the person who ran the events at the time, like, we're going to have, because I also helped at that track, like, well, we need to start telling people to straighten their cars out and keep them presentable and stop smashing them up. And I'm one of the people that's been doing it because it looks fucking awful and it looks terrible for anyone that comes in to look at what this drifting thing is, and that's what they see. Because at the time, we were also, and I was helping to run BDC. So like I was at both ends of the scale thinking, oh, hang on a minute, this is not good for our sport. Like it's like I say, it's the most fun thing. Well, it's not the most fun. It's fantastic fun with a group of like-minded mates in like-minded cars to do because you don't have to worry. But it just looks so shit, and it's such a negative image of our sport, which is why I ended up coming away from that world completely and into building cars that I liked and taking pride in it. And like you were saying about it must be a bigger sense of achievement to know you've done everything yourself and get accepted into an event. I've done it twice. I did it with the 32 and with the 350. And it is a big sense of achievement. That's almost part of the reason as well I bought a 350 because they look shit. Well, surely we can make this look good.
If you spend enough money, it turns out you can.
Yeah, if you spend enough money and put almost the car's value in wheels on it, it will look okay. It still looks like a shitting dog, but
but it's a nice looking shitting dog.
It's a pretty shitting dog. But yeah, I think the missile cars are gone, and I'm glad. The only place I've ever thought they were acceptable, and even then they got a bit silly, and now they're okay again, was Ibisu. Because it's almost a venue of learning. It's not, because it's a motorsport complex dedicated to drifting, but the reason those cars looked the way they did was not just flat-out recklessness. It was people progressing huge amounts in their driving ability in a week or two.
See, now I'm of the opinion the Ibisu cars, the dooring marks, fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. However, the rear end over this way,
put a bit of effort and
the no
straighten it back
lights,
out.
the no aero, the no nothing, and like the shittest multicoloured whatever. No,
that was one of the things.
I think there should be I know they've changed it a lot.
Yeah, they have. But it's because someone broke their back.
Yeah,
rolled a car and broke their back.
Yeah, but I think even Ibisu, yes, quarters dented, fine. Doors dented from door marks, fine. Not got a problem with that. But I still feel they should have front and rear lights. They haven't got to be anything special.
No.
Just front and rear lights, all body panels.
Yeah.
Even if the body panel is
rough.
is rough, all body panels and all one colour.
Yeah.
Personally.
You saying about the lights.
I know that's a lot more money and stuff, but how much cooler would Ibisu look if it was like that? And how much better would it present?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking like you need to have that quarter panel perfectly straight.
You need hammered back roughly the shape it was from the factory.
I mean, literally, aero in Japan is cheap.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, we put 4 rivets
over the top
in a
of the
fiberglass panel over the top, and we find out whatever factory colour it is, and we spray it that colour, rattle can it that colour, so that it looks okay.
Yeah. You saying about the lights, that was one of the tipping points that made me question this, was people started turning up, because E36s in the UK came with glass headlights.
They did.
Glass lens. In the rest of the world, they didn't. I don't know why only the UK got them, but we did. People started turning up in 36s with no headlights and rear lights in them because it saved cleanup. And I was like, I see what you're doing, but it now looks dangerously close to a banger car. Like, dangerous. The average person would only notice that it's got glass in.
Yeah.
Like, that's where you start going, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, and you can't quite, because the headlights or lights in general are quite a distinguishing factor of a car, aren't they, aesthetically?
Yeah.
So, like, when you start questioning what you're looking at, that's when things have gone tits up. But, like, Ibisu as well, it got to the point where I remember Stewie Bryant had a 180 that had an intercooler mounted on the roof on a roof rack with 2 boost pipes that went up it and no panels, like no front panels, no, like it had doors and a boot lid. That was it. And
So
like,
that's not okay.
that's where that was right at sort of the tip, just before the tipping point. It was like,
But I don't think that's okay anywhere.
no, I don't either.
Whether it's Ibisu...
And it all got a bit much.
Yeah, whether it's Ibisu or a small venue in the UK or a Matsuri or a Dory Fest, none of that should be okay.
No.
It doesn't cost much to make your car look okay.
Yeah. No,
That's all we're talking about.
And it's better for everyone.
Yeah, even you, because the photographer's going to go, that looks okay.
Yeah.
Not, oh my fucking
What
God,
the fuck
what
is
is
that?
that?
Yeah.
And then you'll go, oh, I didn't get any photos at the
I
event.
love when people do that. Did anyone get the photo of
Does
this?
anyone tag me if they see a photo?
Yeah, no one will, because it looks fucking awful.
Exactly. Which is why every photographer, videographer, whatever, wants to go to Dory Fest.
Yeah.
Because
Because it looks good.
it looks sick.
And also, I would say, on the damage, or like the headlights, taillight stuff, sometimes we fuck up. We do have smashes. That doesn't mean you can't drive for the rest of the weekend, but turn up at the start of the event with everything.
Yeah.
Like, if it all goes tits up and we drive over our body kit or we fucking have a shunt with something, that's different.
But even then,
Let's try and kick it straight and
with a hammer, some wood,
And a
and a
fucking lot of
shitload of
cable
cable ties, you can still make it look like, oh, he's coming over the hill. That looks okay. Oh, he's had a bit of an accident.
oh, it's sad.
But you
Just
can
try and make it look presentable.
Yeah, Dory Fest, one of Martin's rules is body panels have to be on the car.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great rule.
I agree. No, I agree fully.
Because body panels hide a lot,
Yes, they do.
particularly on drift cars. And mine isn't bad, but with no rear bumper looks infinitely worse.
Oh, yeah, instantly.
Even if I obliterated my rear bumper, I would try and do something to, as an absolute minimum, make sure the back of the car is covered. Even if the skirt bit's gone.
We had a little venture to the bank in Driftland, me and Adam.
Good story, that one, yeah.
Yeah. I went out with... This was the first time I had been in your car with the B-knuckle set up.
Yes.
So I'd done a lot of berating.
And I was angry.
And slagging off of Adam's new ride height because I just wanted him to come and crash into the floor with me. And I sort of got it, but I didn't tell him I got it yet. But I kept playing that I didn't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
And to be fair...
That's our dynamic.
Yeah, I got it a bit. And then I went out with Adam and was like, oh, okay. This makes a lot more sense. So we were having some... This was early in the event as well, wasn't it? That was early in Dory Fest 2.
Yeah, I'd done an event prior and had gearbox issues.
Yes.
And then another event prior and had gearbox issues. And then another event prior and had gearbox issues.
And had some frustration built up.
At this point, we were a bit angry. But I was assured everything was good. The gearbox was good. It had
many thousands of pounds exchanged hands at this point.
Had a different clutch. It was all sorted.
And then it wasn't.
And then halfway through day one, it wasn't.
The same problem happened again. And we decided, at this point, had a 99% idea what the problem was.
Yep.
Because it had happened 3 times already.
Oh, we knew what the problem was.
So, but the car was still drivable. It just, the clutch would not fully disengage.
Yeah, the car was fine.
It would drag.
But you had to, once it started, it's going. Yeah, it's like direct drive.
Yeah, it was a bit shit. So you were frustrated. So I came out with you for the first time and we did some laps and you sort of fought the car a little bit because the clutch got better when the car got hotter.
Yeah, it did, because it would expand and release.
Yeah, so we'd done a few laps and the car was playing you up a bit. And you were also playing with new tyres. You were playing with a few
UHPs.
different tyre brands.
Yeah,
and
UHPs,
accelerators as well. We'd been playing with accelerators that morning.
Yes.
And then we'd put the UHPs on and run them at the pressure that we had the accelerators. And things were a bit faster
much faster
than they were before. And we were doing reverse shift lock. And we came down the straight into the hairpin. I love that.
Yeah,
track.
reserve shift lock is brilliant.
And I can't remember your exact phrase you shouted.
What happened was, I'd been doing drifting and I was getting angry because it wasn't working very well. So as I came round the hairpin
and click second
onto the onto the
little straight.
onto the little straight, well, the little chicane up to the corner. I said, this needs more speed and more power and more aggression. Click second, pinned it, went over the little chicane as fast as I could, hucked it right, hucked it left.
And I immediately went, oh dear.
We went backwards at the bank at pace.
Yeah.
I dipped the clutch and dropped the clutch and pinned it, and it just went boom, back,
Yeah.
backwards into the bank.
It's one of those things, when you've spent enough time in a drift car, you know when it's gone wrong about 10 seconds before it's actually gone fully wrong. And the second you entered, I was like, oh, we're wide here. Oh,
It was wide, but it was wide,
And
but the
fast.
problem was it was fast.
And,
It was fast.
yes, we visited the bank, and the bumper did not fare well,
No, it did not.
nor did the rear pocket.
No.
And we got back to the pits afterwards. And this is a long tangent for you putting panels back on
You
the car.
guys like us waffling.
But we got out the car and looked at it and went, oh, that bumper's a bit poorly. But it's not actually nearly as bad as I expected, because it was quite a hit.
It was a fair
It
hit.
was a fair hit into that bank from in the car.
Yeah. Creased the
And
boot floor.
I said, Adam, do you want to check? Shall we get under it and check the alignment? And he was like, no, I need to put this bumper back together. And Adam then spent 40 minutes with a drill and cable ties putting the rear bumper back together, whilst me and Jake looked underneath it, because you were far more focused on making it look presentable for the next time out.
Yeah,
you were
because
willing to drive it bent,
it's
just not
Story
with the
Fest.
bumper hanging off it.
It's Storyfest.
Absolutely.
That said, now I probably would just be like, check the
I think I said, do you just want to pull the bumper off? And you looked at me like I'd said, I've just took a shit in your kettle. And we're like, absolutely fucking not. I'm putting this back together.
But it's that care and attention that,
Yeah, it
I
needs to look
think-
right.
yeah, I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's the most...
You should be
You should be
proud.
proud.
You should be
You
proud
should be
of
proud of what you're driving.
Exactly. You shouldn't be like, ho, 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 this is fun. It's a heap of shit.
Yeah, this is fucked.
Who wants to do that?
Having done it, I enjoyed it at the time, but I'm not proud of it. There's nothing there. I don't look at those photos from back in those days and go, "Phew, that looks sick."
I feel like most people that do it,
Get it out of their system.
yeah, or they do it and then they look back and think, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that.
I regret the amount of cars we smashed up. Like as a group, we smashed some. One of them was a genuine M3 Evo E36 saloon, which is rare, and that ended when a Sora went through his B pillar.
Nasty.
Yeah, like we smashed up some actual nice cars, and a lot of 328i Sports died in the making of,
Which are now worth a few
which are
quid.
worth a few quid. Yeah, so yeah, I think pride in your car is more important. Is the most important thing, and I think even if you've bent it, fix it. Don't leave it bent, because that's terrible. We all have issues and bend stuff at events, but don't look at that and go, oh, it's character. Look at my drift slag. That's not okay.
Oh.
That's not okay. No, I've had an accident and I've now fixed it, and that's all it needs to be.
Yes.
So in a long-winded way, I think we've answered the scrutineering part of that and the missile part of that.
If you want a good example of good scrutineering, look at Storyfest
Or Mayhan
or
at Donington.
Dave, Garage21, Mayhan. And
Who
Dave,
failed his own car that
Yes.
he built
yes, he did.
because the seat had come loose
Yep.
and said, you're not driving.
He also
that."
failed my car.
He did fail your car, yes.
Yeah. He failed 3/4 of the cars there. And
On minor stuff. Not failed as
Yeah.
in you can't drive the event, as in
No.
you've not passed scrutiny until you fix this shit.
But all those cars have been at events for years. And I would
Yeah.
bet those problems have been problems for years. And Dave picked up on all of them.
Yeah.
He didn't pick up my oil leak, but...
Well, yeah, but we didn't move it.
But no, he would set the example, I think, of how it should be scrutineered.
Yeah.
And the application thing,
Doryfest set the example for.
Storyfest, yeah. Martin, Aubergine, you've done
Yeah,
wonders.
I think that is the way.
Originally, I think it was Alistair Graham, wasn't it?
For
Street Track Life.
Life, or which was also Yucatan.
Yeah,
Before that,
that one.
yeah,
And now he does Jimneys.
yeah, he does. Weird flex.
Fallen
Probably more money in it though.
way more money.
But yeah,
so yeah.
we'll probably wrap up there, shall we? Because we've waffled for time now.
Yeah, apologies, guys. Hopefully the
We're
sound.
holding hands.
Hopefully the sound is better. In the meantime, between now and the next podcast, where hopefully, we will bring you Jack Tonkin from Jay's Garage, the second best tuner in the UK.
Hopefully live from Jay's Garage.
Hopefully live.
Well, not live as in...
Here's a story for you. I rang him yesterday.
Yeah.
This is Jack all over. Hi mate, can I talk to you about a couple of bits, turbo, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I was like, you sound busy mate, you're all right. He was like, yeah, no, I just had an 80-foot container arrive. I was like, oh, okay, what, for like storage or, is it part of the new dyno cell or something like that?
The story of this is good.
And he's like, no. It's like, okay, well, what's in your container? 3 R32 GTRs, 8 engines, and a shitload of aero. All right. Why have you got those? Oh, well, I just bought them.
Do you want to know the best bit of that?
What?
Jack told me he bought the 3 GTRs and then it was cheaper to put them in a container than bring them out, than roll off the boat.
Yes.
And I said, oh, right. I was like, what about all the engines and stuff? He's like, well, it's free shipping, isn't it? Like, the cars have paid for the container. He's like, so I put 30 grand's worth of bits in the container with it because it's free shipping.
Yes, he did. Now,
that's Jack logic.
when he got them here, he'd realised that they'd put like the engines on a wooden platform made like above the car. So he had like a small gap to get them out. So he had to use a telehandler, which obviously, being Jack, he's borrowed one from somewhere, but doesn't necessarily have a telehandler license.
Oh, he absolutely doesn't have one.
And had to get the tines in and get them out without going through the roof of the container, but also without dropping them.
He also unloaded 3 clean R32 GTRs using a blue Euro pallet with his hydraulic scissor car ramp, like you have.
Yes.
Ratchet strapped to the pallet and a telehandler.
But it's Jack, so it'll be fine.
And it worked perfectly fine.
Yeah, because Jack. If I did that, I would pick it up.
I'd need 3 more GTRs.
Yeah. So I'd say I'm fairly good friends with Jack, and you're very good friends with Jack. I had no idea. No idea.
I only knew because I'd asked about doing the podcast, and he said, I don't know, I've got a dinosaur to build, and I've got a container full of GTRs turning up next week.
On top of the fact that he's got a huge unit there full of cars that he already just doesn't know what to do
What
with.
do you mean, the unit that he built to provide car storage for?
And then ended up using
And
it for
it has
himself.
filled himself.
And now he's got 3 GTRs to try and squeeze in there too.
Yeah. To go with his 2 34 GTRs,
Yeah.
his FD,
Yeah.
his 2 different Integras,
Yeah, his Type Rs.
his 2 or 3 S15s.
2 S15s.
Well, no, because he just bought Jody one as well.
Okay, right.
I think he has 3 now.
Jody?
His Jade. Oh, fuck. Jody's his sister. That's a fraudulent bit. Luckily, they will never listen to this.
Patrol?
2. He's got 2 patrols, I think.
2 patrols.
His GTR R35.
Yeah.
And I think he might have an Evo at the minute as well, kicking around.
You just turn up at Jack's and you're like, oh, what's that car doing? He's like, oh, I don't know, I bought it.
I bought it. Oh, he's got a 34 GTT as well that's got a full GTR kit on it.
Okay.
And a blown up engine. But luckily he's just had 8 turn up, so.
So yeah, we'll bring you Chronicles of Jack Tonkin.
Yeah.
The most Japan guy you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And got ridiculous stuff. I would presume if you need an R32 GTR or if you'd like to buy one.
He's got a few spare.
He's got a few spare.
Oh, he's got another GTR as well. He's got his chromoly caged one with a Hollinger and a G42 1400 going on it. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget when you got multiple, isn't it?
I don't even know what he's got. I know I walk in there and I'm like, is that an R35 engine? He's like, yeah.
He bought that on eBay for $3.5 grand because it didn't have any bids on it. He bought that when I used to spend a lot of time with Jack. And he's like, I bought a VR38 today. I was like, all right. He's like, well, I put a $3.5 grand bid on it because I thought it was going to go for more than that.
Jack Thompson.
I was like, what are you going to do with it? He's like, I don't know.
That's still sat there.
It's been sat on an engine stand ever since.
Yeah,
he's like, someone will need it one day.
He's got multiple RB25s and they're all sorts
Ironically,
of
fucking his nemesis needed it.
Ooh. And on that bombshell, as they tell Tom here. Right, thank you very much. Thank you for watching if you got this far.
Yeah.
In the meantime, between now and the next episode, you can follow us on
Oh, even the dog wants to pipe
The
up.
dog didn't like that. Sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Idle.chat on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll chat podcast on YouTube.
Idle Chat Podcast on YouTube. I'm Adam M. This is getting real loose. Adam M.
Oh, I fear it's
S15.
loose. And I'm Callum_Pete. And if you could buy my wheels, that'd be great.
Until
Thank you
then.
very much. See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.